80 feet below the surface of the East China Sea, the light fades. The water is heavy, cold, and entirely indifferent to what lies on the ocean floor. In 1986, a local diver named Kihachiro Aratake was exploring the waters off the coast of Yonaguni. It's a remote, isolated island at the westernmost tip of Japan, and Aratake was simply scouting for a new place to observe hammerhead sharks. Instead of a coral reef, the chaotic, jagged seabed suddenly gave way to a colossal, organized structure. Massive stone steps, perfectly flat terraces, and towering geometric walls loomed out of the darkness. Look at the sheer scale of these blocks compared to the divers navigating them. The geometric precision forces an immediate question. Did the relentless currents of the ocean carve this, or did we? Divers quickly mapped out the site, documenting what looked like impossible features for a natural formation. They found broad, flat terraces resembling stadium seating, sharp 90-degree corners, and straight vertical pillars. This timeline plots the accepted emergence of complex human engineering. Standard historical models place the dawn of heavy stone architecture roughly between 3 and 4000 BCE, anchored by the builders of ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia. But the Yonaguni structure sits entirely underwater. For this stone to have been carved on dry land, it had to be constructed before global sea levels rose at the end of the last ice age. That pushes its potential creation date back over 10,000 years. If human hands cut these stones, hunters and gatherers were constructing monolithic architecture millennia before the first pharaohs. Dr. Masaaki Kimura, a marine geologist, has spent decades diving the site and mapping its dimensions. He argues that the monument is the physical remains of a highly organized, 10,000-year-old city. During the last glacial maximum, massive global ice sheets locked up millions of cubic miles of the Earth's water. Sea levels were drastically lower, exposing vast land bridges and leaving Yonaguni high and dry. Kimura's team documented features that seemed to defy random erosion. They identified symmetrical, road-like paths, distinct archways, and even rock formations resembling roughly hewn faces. Constructing a stone complex of this magnitude requires dedicated labor, agricultural support, and specialized engineering knowledge. If Yonaguni is man-made, that knowledge was entirely erased by rising floodwaters. However, most of the scientific community rejects the lost city theory entirely. They look at the exact same geometry and see the brute force mechanics of the Earth. The monument is composed of sandstone. Sandstone contains natural structural weaknesses called cleavage planes. These are microscopic fault lines where the rock naturally fractures into perfectly straight horizontal layers. Yonaguni sits squarely in a highly active tectonic zone. When violent earthquakes shake the bedrock, massive blocks of sandstone shear cleanly along those flat plains. Powerful ocean currents then sweep the broken debris away, leaving behind a clean geometric staircase. And then there is the forensic void. Decades of intensive diving have produced 0 stone chisels, 0 shards of pottery, no inscriptions, and no human graves. A society capable of carving a massive stone complex does not simply vanish without leaving a single stray tool or piece of trash behind. Without physical artifacts, the math heavily favors a geological coincidence. To understand why the city theory persists, we have to look at pareidolia. Pareidolia is a hardwired psychological bias where the human brain automatically imposes familiar patterns, like a face or a geometric design, onto random visual data. We build our modern world out of right angles and flat surfaces. When we see a straight line underwater, our bias tells us nature couldn't possibly have made it. Those roads and archways are most likely deep-sea natural trenches, smoothed by thousands of years of tidal friction. The carved faces are likely nothing more than shadows falling across naturally eroded pits. Our desire to uncover ancient mysteries often overrides the cold physical data of the geological record. The Yonaguni Monument sits perfectly balanced between 2 extremes. It is either an artifact of a forgotten human epoch or proof that the Earth is a masterful, calculating architect. The debate remains deadlocked. It waits for the discovery of a single, undeniable tool buried in the sand. or a geological scan that definitively proves a natural formation. Whether shaped by human hands or the slow violence of the ocean, Yonaguni forces us to confront the vast, undocumented gaps in our planet's history.